I need some space for myself. It's about the last 6 words that you want to hear from the man you've fallen for. In today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do next and the mindsets that you need to have in your head to rebuild your relationship. I'll see you in just a second. If the man you're with or the man you've fallen for has just asked you for space in your relationship, it's an incredibly stressful time for you right now. And what I want to do is give you a way to help you through that and tell you exactly what you need to do next. Now, you might have seen my previous video on this topic, but what I wanted to do was expand this and give you some extra mindsets that you can use right now to get your relationship back on track. Now, there's 4 mindsets that I want you to have in your mind moving forward. As soon as a client tells me, as soon as anyone comes to me and says, my man has asked for space, then there's 4 things that you've got to immediately get into your mind. The first one is this, that you're a prize too, and that he is also at risk of losing you. You see, when the person we love or the person we've fallen for asks for space, the temptation is to think that they were the prize, that we're losing, and that we're about to have all this taken away. And we forget to keep in our mind that we're a prize too. We forget to remember that they are at risk of losing us as well. And this is a very important high-value mindset that you have to keep in your mind to give things the maximum chance of working with your man again. The second mindset you want to have in your mind is that space can be a very normal need for men. Now, it's absolutely true that some men do use space as an excuse to get away and to do the backhanded breakup where they emotionally distance themselves until you're forced to break up with them. Yes, that happens. But there are other men where space can be a totally normal need. When a man feels incompetent, when a man doesn't feel like himself, he finds it very hard to give love to a woman. And sometimes a man needs to go back to his man cave and rebuild himself and just to feel confident within himself again to come back to you and be your man. The third mindset that you want to absolutely keep in your head is the concept of his needs and your needs. What are relationships really? Right? They're an exchange of needs. Now, in a good relationship, you're meeting each other's needs and these things work well together. That's what a good relationship is. But when a guy asks for space, this is an example of a situation where your needs do not equal his needs. What are his needs? Space. I need to work on myself. What are your needs? Love, connection, intimacy. These needs are polar opposite and they can't both work together. And you want to think of this concept as, okay, these are my needs and these are his needs. Now, you are going to meet your man's needs some of the time in a relationship and he's going to meet yours. And when he asks for space, what he's essentially saying is, I need you to meet my needs for a little while and to put yours aside for a little while. Now, this isn't inherently a bad request, but it's not something that can go on forever. You need to keep this concept in mind of his needs and your needs. And the fourth mindset you want to think of is the mindset of time is ticking. His clock is running out. So when a man asks for space, it's not a reason to dump his ass right there, and it's not a reason to fret and harass him for answers, which is something we're going to talk about in a moment. But it is time to go, okay, well, time's ticking, mate. You see, when a man asks for space, like I said, he's asking for his needs to be put above yours. And that's okay for a short period of time, but it can't last forever. And when that timer runs out, you do have to have the strength to walk away. How long do you wait? Well, that's something I'm going to talk about at the end of this video. Okay, so with those 4 mindsets in your head, this is what you need to do next. Follow these 5 steps when your man has asked you for space while keeping those, as I said, very important in your head. Number 1 is don't hassle or pester him. This is so important. The knee-jerk reaction from most women is to immediately hassle or pester a guy when he asks for space. You want to break the anxiety. You don't want to be in this unknown space. So you go, we need to sort this out. We need to talk about this. We need to communicate. And the net result is the guy doesn't get any space. You're trying to meet your needs for love and connection. You're ignoring his needs for space. And all it does is make him want to pull away more. Give him the space. By all means, offer your support, but give him the space he's asked for. Now, at the same time, the other knee-jerk reaction, as Tara so aptly described, is to dump his ass, girl. You don't want to do that either. The dump his ass reaction is not self-respect. as many would believe, it's just self-preservation. It's saying, I don't want to be vulnerable in this situation, so I'm just going to go boom, dump his ass, and that's going to be that. So I can not be vulnerable and I can have my answer. The reality is it's a way to break anxiety, but if we're all dumping someone's ass the moment they ask for their needs to be met for a little period, we're all getting way too happy, way too trigger happy with ending our relationships. So don't hassle and don't pester, don't jump to dumping his ass. The next step, number 2, is to reduce your investment. Now this sounds really gamey, but it's important. Invest in a man who invests in you. So when a man wants to take space, when he wants to meet his own needs and take that time, it's important that you do the same. He's saying, look, I want to invest in myself right now and put more of my time into fulfilling my own needs. And it's very important that for your own self-respect, you do the same. Number 3, get back to the woman you were when you first met him. Remember the way you acted when you first got together. Remember how carefree you were. Remember how he was the man you wanted but never needed. Remember how you were happy to do your own thing but loved having him there with you. That's what you've got to get back to. When you get back to that, it's going to make him want to come back to you in that state. If you're struggling in particular with mindset number 1, if you're struggling to remember the prize you are and you're thinking to yourself constantly, I don't want to lose this man, rather than, hey, he's at risk of losing me too. If you're particularly struggling with that mindset, then this is especially important for you. You've got to use this time, you've got to use this space, this extra time you have to invest in you and get back to the woman you were at the beginning, because the fact is, that's the woman he's most likely to come back to. Number 4 is let him come to you. He asked for space, and you've shown your support, but he asked for space, and so it's also on him to ask for an end to that space. Let him come to you. And number 5, when his time is up, pull the plug. This takes a lot of personal strength, it really does. But you can't stay forever in a situation where his needs are being met and yours are not. That's just going to make you unhappy. You've got to have the strength to go, okay, I've met your needs. I put myself out there for you, but you haven't come back to me. Now I need to draw the line and take care of myself and end the relationship. The question you're going to ask me now, and this is a question that virtually all of you ask in these types of videos in the comments, is how long do I wait, Mark? How long do I wait? How long do I give him before I pull the plug and say, no, my needs are important too? And look, this varies situation to situation, and I can't give you an answer that's going to work for every situation because every situation is so different. But I can give you a few things to think about as you go forward and go, this is how much time I'm going to give this guy. Number 1 is how legitimate is his need for space. Think about, has he just lost a close family member? Has he just lost his job and is feeling very incompetent within himself? Or is he just saying he's busy with work? Or is he not even giving you a good excuse for space at all? The more legitimate his reason that he asked for space is, the longer you want to give him. Number 2, how much relationship credit has he built up along the way? It's pretty obvious that if you've been married to a man for 5 years and he asks for space, you're going to give that guy a lot longer than if this is a guy you've been seeing a month and he just asked for space. If he's taken time and over the months or years has invested in your needs, he's put in for you, he's met your needs when you were having a bad day, then it makes sense you're going to meet his needs for a longer period of time. And number 3, is he keeping you updated along the way? So is he texting you? Is he calling you? Is he at least giving you something while he's asked for space that shows that he's trying to bridge that gap to come back to you? The more he keeps you updated, the more it shows he's investing in the relationship to bridge that gap over time where he's going to come back, and the longer you want to give him. Again, you're not going to wait around forever, but if a guy is updating you and if a guy is investing in that while he's asking for space, it does show good things. So you've ultimately got to decide how long you wait until time is up. But those are 3 questions you can ask yourself. How legitimate is his request for space? How much relationship credit has he built up over time? And is he keeping you updated along the way? That are going to give you a really good idea as to how long you should wait. Well, that's it. That's what to do when a guy you love or a guy you've fallen for asks for space. I really hope that helps you. The expanded version of this video, you can check out the other one as well. I'll put the link in the description. And that is what to do and how to handle this situation. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if this works for you. I'd love to hear from you. Comments below, you know the drill. Pop it in there. Give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Hit the little bell so you get all notifications of new videos. Thank you again for watching. Good luck. Let me know how it goes, and I shall see you in the next video very soon.
It's like a dream when we both get together and feel